Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is you tune into this. I felt like we needed something just a little bit more gentle after that new moon in Scorpio. And I know that we're still in the energy of, that depth. So I brought in some rose quartz energy. I've got the rose oracle that I'm using today. I brought in some rose quartz, and the candle today is... it's a little bit harder to see on camera, but there's like this lilac color, dusty rose pink, gold, just very soft. And whatever needs to come through today, we're going to be open and fluid and just allow, because that's kind of what we need right now. Okay. As I light this match, depending on if it wants to light, because sometimes they don't want to light, but today they did. There was such a dampness in the energy that even my candles or my matches wouldn't light. But we're going to call in whatever's for our highest light and resonance, all the beings of light that are here to walk with us in our highest light and resonance. We're going to call them all in. And we're going to lean into the energy. Okay, so let's start with the rose oracle. And see what she has for us today. You can do some deep breathing right now to anchor in and allow yourself to open for what you're meant to receive. Okay. Oh, we've got the grandmothers. Okay, that's the first one. Remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. I feel it's one thing to remember your roots. It's another to give your power away, your authority to them, right? Like, I don't know. There's something very interesting about that. Okay. And then the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. I truly believe that. I think perspective is such a huge thing right now. Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. I also feel like that's very poignant right now. Surrender to the mystery. Surrender to the mystery. Honor. You can honor what got you here, but I think there's a shift in loyalty, if I'm going to be honest, if that makes sense. And maybe that could just be where I'm at and what I'm projecting. So just take whatever feels good to you, because we're all on different journeys. We're all on these unique pathways that are very different. We might have the same concept and the same ideas, the same place that we want to go to some degree, but how we get there is different for everyone. So just know that everyone that you watch that's doing tarot readings, there's going to be some of themselves in that, right? So not everything they're going to say might relate to you. And you get to pick and choose from these readings what feels good. You get to pick and choose. You don't have to take the whole thing. There are going to be some things that I say to you that feel so good and so right, and some things that don't. And those things that don't, you don't have to take on at all. Because I feel like sometimes in the energy of remember your roots, respect your elders, there was never really a space, and I think this is kind of what's just moving out energetically, I think collectively, there wasn't a space to respect our elders often and respect ourselves. But I feel like there's a coexistence in that, right? We can do both now. I'm going to actually read the transmissions from these books for these because I think they're really cool. They're calling you to play your part in this time of healing, to heal and integrate what you've inherited. Okay, it's not personal. These are our changing, healing times that we're here for. To remain grounded and rooted, because really a lot of our ancestral energy was distorted through trauma, right? So the transmission is, I reach my roots all the way back to go forward. I call upon the sacred strength and support of my ancestors who did not forget to be with me now. I acknowledge the difficulties and what's coming up to be healed, and I do so for all who are yet to come. Beautiful. And then the second bloom, let's see. A second chance is never too late. New possibilities. The more open we are to change, the more open we are to life. Okay, what unexpected thing wants to bloom within you? That's what you want. What? Because really, we're still in a time of unexpectedness. So it's almost like reclaiming our identity. Like every ancestor that came before you had their own identity. So reclaiming your identity and allowing whatever opportunities or experiences to come forward to support that. Not to create lessons and doubt and all of those, like that actually support what you're truly here for. And I kind of love this I've been feeling like super creative. What does your soul most yearn to create? So I am burping up energy. So we know we're moving something out for sure. Energetically. Whew. We don't have to figure it out. We do not have to figure things out. We can just allow them to happen and trust that we are here for a purpose. We were created through, if you want to get really technical, through all those linear energies. I have the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck too, to see what they have to say. You can utilize these crystals. Ooh, azurite. Get laser focused. Okay. Here's the interesting thing about that. I feel like it's actually okay to focus on something that is not creating loops and patterns in your mind. Like if we're creating something, being super focused on whatever you're creating is not a hardship for your mind because you're in creative flow. So it's being conscious of what you're laser focused on. Okay. And if it's supporting, if it's allowing you to go through your second bloom or your blooming area, like we're in a bloom, we're about to bloom. We're about to clear the clutter. There's no space, and you don't have to spend a lot of time, taking an inventory of your thoughts and your feelings. They're thoughts and feelings. They just get to be had and shift out. Like let it clear. Let the cut away the clutter, if you will. Let it move out of your space. We don't have to give feelings stories. We don't have to give our thoughts stories. We don't have to make assumptions unless the assumptions actually bring us peace. Okay. Get back into balance. So you can call in azurite, selenite, agate. You can, even if you don't have these crystals, you can call in their energy and have their energy support you. And how that shows up is going to be different for everyone. You might just feel different. You might have a different perspective of things if you call in the energy. Okay. Moonstone, live your purpose. Okay. I feel like we're all in the process of a transitioning purpose. Okay. And part of living into that is letting it unfold. Okay. And the last one, oh my God, this is so pretty. Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be so serious. It's so funny. I'm going to share this a little bit of this story with you because I'm in this process of just really embodying, live in the now. Really in embodying the I am presence and what that really means, like how my behavior would actually reflect like how I would behave if I actually truly believed that I am the I am statement. And I get really caught up in that because I have perfectionism in me. And I just keep reminding myself that it doesn't matter. It's preoccupying my mind, but I don't have to have it. It's not meant to be perfect. I am still I am. I am still the I am. I am still like a sovereign being. I still have the authority, even if I don't get it perfect. None of that matters. How I feel, how I wake up, none of that means anything unless I give it meaning. And it just allows me the ease to make the choices of, okay, I want to create today, and it may not have a purpose. It may just be so that I can be in that creative energy. It just allows me, and maybe gives me permission to do what I need from moment to moment, without it being so serious or feeling like I might mess something up. There's so many people out there, and I just want to preface this, and again, maybe this is just my own experience, and if you're having this experience, it'll help you. There are so many people out there who are telling you that you're doing something wrong because your manifestation hasn't shown up, or you're in a certain situation, but there's no consideration for all the different, there's no consideration for all the different moving parts that we really have no control over. And I keep checking in because I'm like, okay, well, because I can't deny the fact that my manifestation hasn't, or I'm still living in the same place, or whatever that is, okay? I can't deny that that's quote unquote proof that things haven't changed physically yet, okay? But when I check in, I'm like, okay, am I too focused on this? Because there was this thing that people can, if you're too focused, you're pushing it away. But if it's really for you, can you push it away, right? And then if, am I resistant somewhere? Is there some part of me that's blocking this or resisting this? Because, everyone's like, oh, you must be blocking something. Clear your blockages. And what I'm understanding now about blockages is that they don't reject things. They make you feel uncomfortable in your state of most natural ease, or your most natural state. The blockages affect how you feel in the moment. They don't affect your manifestations. And this is just what I've been learning. But it takes time to deconstruct all of those rules, because we went from being in a third dimensional reality where there were so many rules, and then we went into a fourth dimensional reality where there were the same rules, just with a spiritual language. And now we're entering the fifth dimensional reality where there aren't any rules, unless you want there to be rules. It's almost like, I'm going to give you this analogy. So it's hard sometimes to lighten up because we're so used to following the rules that we don't know what it's truly like to make up our own and be okay with that. We keep expecting the external reality to reject or respond to what we're creating in a negative way, because that's all we've ever really known. And I'm going to give you this analogy. So I am a gamer. I like to play video games. And there's this video game. Most of them have a very structured content that you can follow. And there's this one game I play called Guild Wars 2. And it's open world. It's completely open. How you want to play it is how you want to play it. And it can be a little overwhelming at times. You can't mess anything up. You're going to end up where you're going to end up, no matter what route you take, no matter what quest you do or don't do or whatever. You're going to always end up where you need to go. But it's a little overwhelming coming up with your own, gameplay, if you will. So I feel we're kind of in this place of okay, we want authority, but maybe we don't fully know what to do with that, and we're a little overwhelmed because we're still applying the rules of engagement with the rules that we're trying to create for ourselves. Anyways, I'm sending you all so much love. I hope that this has helped, and take care.